Hey guys, this is Jeff. I am doing a bit of a, I guess you could call it an unboxing. A lot of people have been commenting and questioning about the decks that I use, and this is the original deck that I got many years ago when I first started reading tarot. And like a lot of you, I wasn't so crazy about the coloring, so I pulled out a box of Sharpie markers and decided to customize them all to really suit my needs and to make them just cooler to look at and more interesting for my clients to see whenever they come in. And so I just wanted to take you through a very quick tour of each of the cards. In a few of my videos, I also use the bigger deck, which is just, I use the giant deck as well. And I think I did my best, and I'm really happy with how each card is pretty much matched up exactly the way I colored and tinted. From my small everyday deck to my big old internet deck that I use so that everyone can see on the internet kind of what's being flipped. And of course, whenever I do a class, these are a lot easier to see as well. So I just wanted to just kind of do a little bit of a tour. Might take this video in two parts. We'll just do the majors, right? You got to start with the majors first. I just want to do it in a little bit interesting way as I place them down and just sort of, I just can't help talking about the cards. I just love them so much that I wanted to, kind of help give you a tour, as I'm sure that a lot of you have learned it as well. And then also be able to see each of the cards that a lot of you have been commenting on about. Where did you get that deck? Well, it came from my own crazy imagination. One more point of interest before I get started. I think it's really cool whenever we adopt and trim our own decks and make the edges cooler how we want to make it. And one of the coolest decks that I ever saw was one of a guy. It had stickers on it. He wrote all over it. Even the back had such small writing on it. It was like he was making notes on each particular card for like the past 50 years. And it was just one of the coolest things I ever saw. So that's why I like to encourage everyone who's into tarot to really make your deck your own. I don't think it's blasphemous to cross out or do anything, change the names down here. That's cool. Whatever's going to work. So here you go. We're just going to lay out these cards. You can view them and enjoy them. We got the Fool here. Just the anticipation, the positive expectation of all things brand new and beginning. What a wonderful card. We're going to put that character right in the sun right there because he's really not of this earth anyway. Got this wonderful magician using all the tools that he has. His thoughts, his actions, his feelings, and the results of those things, bringing all that wonderful power into the world and understanding and realizing that it's also those moments of quiet that also bring such wonderful realizations, that fantastic intuition card. Here's this wonderful Empress representing the feminine quality, the divine feminine, everything passionate and soft and unstructured. Beautiful, strong emperor on the throne of concrete and stone. He's all about the rule of law and structure and foundation and society. Love it, love it, love it. Other people's belief systems. Hopefully you see this card come in reverse quite a bit. For me, that means unique thinking. Being able to pull yourself out of conditioned ways of thoughts. Love her Hierophant right there. The Lovers is getting to know yourself on a deeper level because there's other people in your experience. It's really the only way to do it. Also, to kind of look at this card as I have kind of adopted the bigger deck, it's kind of like a card of self. It's like looking into a mirror, really, when you think about it, to look at the different levels of getting to know yourself, but usually with relationships. And then, of course, the mastery. This is the mastery of this first line of the worldly influences right there. This is just the mastery of the self with this beautiful Chariot card. Look at that. So in control, he doesn't even have to have reins to those wonderful sphinxes. All right. Love, love, love the imagery. Love my riders. I hope you guys enjoy the riders too. Then we're getting into deeper knowledge. This is kind of looking into yourself. Up here we have all these worldly things that we need to be bothered with and learn about. But only the strong of us takes the opportunity to look within. Look at that beautiful strength right there. You can see how I faded it to the dark, which really sort of represents this time out from the progression forward with this Hermit. This is really just deep contemplation. His card, I did a couple of little videos prior to that. I just think this is one of the coolest cards of what it infers, where it's actually looking to. But to include looking into yourself, you got to take time away, which is exactly why it's placed right under that wonderful High Priestess, that card of intuition. And when you spend enough time there, you get to understand really just how everything clicks, how everything falls into place, how all this sort of destiny thing is kind of rolling in your favor. One door closes so that that window can open. And then you take that full responsibility for your own life. No more blaming and victimization. You can't blame all these things in the world happening to your life. With this card, you take full responsibility. And I just think this is the most cool card to be smack dab in the middle of this major arcana. Here we go, understanding that truly who you are is one that's just a part of it all. Then you can just sort of sacrifice your need to do a lot and just sort of be, which is what this wonderful card of patience and sacrifice, sacrificing the need to just be active and trying to manipulate the world as if you did on this top line. Great way to look into yourself, and then this wonderful way to just accept and welcome change and liberation from the past. I love the purple sky on that. Hope I'm not moving around too much. Very dynamic, very dynamic. There we go, right there. And then we have the self-mastery of this second line, the self-mastery of looking within yourself. This is truly the card of balance. All New Age decks have this temperance called balance. We did this really cool thing with the left and right-handedness of the cards. Hopefully you saw that tag. I'll try to link it below, but it's really kind of cool that the passive active left hand of this angel is doing the active pouring. To me, that symbolizes just a real beautiful sense of balance, doing with your being side. I love it. How wonderful that those line up right on top of each other. How completely appropriate that this is the mastery of the world. This is the mastery of yourself. I adore it. Here we have what you see that no longer serves you, as witnessed by where it's located right underneath the Hermit right there. I know your decks are a lot different, but just to see the imagery of how this grid works, I'd be very curious to see how your grid would work out as well. Understanding that whenever you really take notice of what makes you tick, you're seeing the things that you have to release, let go of, and let go. You know, fantastic. And if you choose not to do it, it'll be done for you. And it'll be done for you by this wonderful Wheel of Fortune. That's where that lightning bolt comes from, is all this organization power, helping you through and into the chaos so that you can release and let go and have a better and deeper understanding of what liberation really means. And then comes this wonderful time of just peace and stillness with the star. It's remarkable that some interpretations of that beautiful images of like really negative stuff, man. I just don't get it, never have, don't want to accept it, and it just doesn't serve readings for me. So this is the time of stillness after this unbelievable, crazy upheaval that has been there to serve you. And then we take that fear and slowly move back into the world whenever the veil of the High Priestess is no longer there between those now two very gray pillars. Beautiful, gorgeous right there, getting back into the world. Then we have this radiant, joyful movement forward with the sun. I'm most proud of the coloring of this particular card. It just absolutely just explodes, and I positively love it. This is why the Hanged Man is illuminated, because in this time of doing nothing, in this time of being patient, in this time of trusting that things are being done for you, is whenever you're the most illuminated by the stillness versus sort of like the complementary full forward action of this wonderful, wonderful sun. And when you have those realizations, you realize that there's a real true calling for you to be able to ask of your life, how can I be of service? That's exactly what that angel, I believe, is trumpeting, is this inner calling for a deeper understanding of your life, to really take these understandings deeper and to take it to the people, so to speak. And then we have this mastery of this universally influences, just being really just this most mysterious card of the world. This is where the up and the down interact. This is where the left equals the right. This is complete balance. This is movement while being still by that gorgeous figure right in the middle, and that is the images of the major arcana. I just love producing them and talking to them and my clients like this, and anything they have an issue with, they see what card speaks to them the most, and then we work with that card. We do more readings with that card. We do meditations with that card. And what a wonderful way to just sort of wrap up this self-mastery of each line, okay? I love the numerology. Try looking. I'd like to do another video about the numbers of these major cards, but as far as the visual impact of how I created these cards, just I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, this will be probably the only video I ever make of an unboxing. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed it. I might be back part 2 with my minors. All right, with my minors. We'll get into the suits next. I hope you stay tuned. Bye.